Hello everyone. It has been a pretty crazy October. So it's not even October, it's November. It was a crazy October and things are starting to calm down in November and I'm starting to get some projects done. So I just wanted to take you around and show you a couple things that I have either done or that I am going to be working on in the next couple of days. I just want to give you an update on where I have been in October. I posted maybe 2 videos in October and I have been trying to post at least 2 a week. So I started offering garden coaching here in my local area. So I was really just all over Northern Virginia talking to just the best people about their gardens and how they want to plant native plants and invite the wildlife into their yards. So that was just so much fun. It was a tremendous amount of work and I learned a lot in the process. So coming out of that, I'm going to start thinking about how I want to do the garden coaching going forward. I'm going to offer it just like I did in the month of October, but I might do a few less a week. And I was thinking that I would possibly start offering garden coaching virtually for people outside of my local area, for people who maybe know me on YouTube. So if that is something that you would be interested in, I would love to hear in the comments below. So now what I'm doing is I have a couple things on my plate. The first is I am giving a class to a homeschool group here in Northern Virginia about how to sow native plant seeds in the winter. And I cannot tell you how excited I am to offer this class. I think I could probably do it in my sleep, but I'm not going to because I'm so excited about it. So I was getting ready for that over the past couple days. Today in particular, I am going to, this morning was collecting all sorts of seeds so that I could take with me. So I have river oats and joe pie, wing stem, Liatris spicata, gray blue lobelia, nodding blue onion. I mean, just like the whole gamut. So I'm trying to get those all collected up. I actually turned my backyard into a big hot mess this morning, tromping around, seeds everywhere, you know, buckets, Tupperware, all sorts of things. So I had to stop. I went over to the dollar store and I bought like a bunch of containers that would hold some of these seeds. And so I started to get myself organized. So I'm hoping to show you some of those seeds before I finish this video. I'm also working on a planting plan for a friend and for her front yard. She has a beautiful hardscaped front area. She has a townhouse and the entire front from the door, you know, to the sidewalk is all hardscaped with these really nice wide beautiful beds that have had compost in them and just not your typical clay soil. So I am researching plants because I just really want to put in some super cool natives in there for her. I'm starting to think about May apples and Solomon seal, evergreen ferns like the, let's say, Christmas fern and marginal wood fern. I think this yard I might be able to get a strawberry bush in. It's strawberry bush or hearts of bursting. The botanical name is Euonymus. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Americanus. Okay, so I just butchered that. I'll put it up on the screen. But I am not able to grow those bushes because I have deer, and that particular bush is a deer candy. Other than the fact that I have deer, I have really and truly the perfect conditions for hearts of bursting strawberry bush. So I'm pretty excited about being able to put that into someone's landscape. So she's really excited about adding these natives too. So I want to make sure and pack in as much as I can as far as host plants and things to bring in the birds and the bees and the butterflies so she can really enjoy that as well in her new planting plan. So those two things have been taking up my time. the past couple days. And then I also have a lot of projects that I want to get done around this house. I mean, because I literally did nothing for my yard and my plants all of October, everything's pretty much a hot mess. So I showed you the last video, I removed some of my lawn, and I am going to add the 9 bark in there. And that's a cultivar, because if you notice, it's purple. Now, from my understanding, when you use a nativar or cultivar where the leaf color changes, if that plant is a host for any of the caterpillars or insects, anything like that, then it might no longer be beneficial for that insect, but it will still have the blooms in the summer. So we'll see. So those 3 9 barks are going in because Miss Utility did come out and mark, although I don't see any evidence of it, but I got an email that said they did, so they did. The 9 barks are gonna go in, and then I have a situation with my compost where I just need to get that organized. Like, my compost situation needs to be organized like nobody's business. And yeah, and then I'm adding, like, taking away a huge part of my lawn in the front. I'll show you that as well. I've been using my fall leaves to kind of envision what the edge is going to look like. And luckily, I just so happened to see that Fairfax Relief, I'll put like some information down below, they were doing their seedling orders just here recently. And that organization really promotes native plants and actually gives Fairfax residents these free trees and bushes. And I ordered a bunch, and that's all going in that whole area that I took away from the lawn. They actually had low bush blueberries. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try those. I'm pretty sure the deer are gonna get to them, but you know, I really wanted to give it a try. But by the time I got my order in, those had all been taken. They actually were so busy with orders because there's so many people that are so interested in native plants now that they had to just pause operations. Like, they had to pause, get organized, and then reopen the ordering. So that's a really, really good sign. Okay, so I am going to just go ahead and walk around the yard, show you a couple of my projects. And okay, down here is my beautiful trampoline. But anyway, if you see underneath the trampoline, there are bags and bags of leaves. Those actually aren't my leaves right there. Those leaves are leaves from different neighbors. I sent an email out to the street asking my neighbors for their fall leaves, if they were bagging any of them up, and also if they had any fall decor like pumpkins and squash and things like that they wanted to get rid of. And I had some that said yes, and so I am taking them. I actually have to pick up some more today, but I'm not sure if I have it in me to get them. But anyway, so yeah, here are all the leaves. And like I said in another video, I've always saved my leaves. Like, I do not let a leaf leave my property typically. But in years past, I've done a little bit with grinding up the leaves to speed up the process to create leaf mold. And I'm not going to do that anymore because there are moths and butterflies and insects in the leaves. So I am just going to leave them. So anyway, here's my situation. I have all the bags of leaves, okay? Then I have my 3 compost eco bins, I think they're called. And then I also have one up there that I took down. What I want to do is these 2 here, this bin and this bin right here. This is I think 3-year-old leaves, 2 or 3-year-old leaves, and this is 1 or 2-year-old leaves. So I want to combine these 2. So then this is actually the compost, and I know it looks like another leaf bin, but I just put the leaves on top of so the leaves are the browns. What I might do is take this one down, maybe combine those 2, and then just start my compost pile like right here so that I can turn it, because like if you can see, I can't really turn that. To sum it up, or to close up that part of the conversation, that's what I was hoping to do today and get on video. That's not going to get done. So we are going to go up front and I'm going to show you what I'm planning to do up there in the front yard. Here's the area that we did the other day. I know it doesn't look great because I didn't edge. I don't feel like it. I'll edge in the spring. But anyway, that is that. So over here is actually what I wanted to show you. I have been moving all of my leaves to the side here to recreate this garden bed. Let me try and get this where we can see this. There we go. Okay, so this all right here, this woodland edge, I don't know if you can see it, but it was actually grass going back into here, coming around where my finger is, and going down. So all this area is going back to the woods. This is where I'm going to put my bushes from Fairfax Relief, and I'm really excited about it. And then these two dogwoods, Cornus Florida, those have been here since we moved in, and they've never looked that good. And I'm wondering if it's because they just have never been in the woodland where they should have been, or properly mulched or anything like that. But I'm looking forward to seeing what all these leaves will do for them in the future. Check out my chipdrop.com. I have to go and, oh, that's something that I could have showed you too. One of my other chores is to go and put a load of chip drop all along my woodland paths. Since I happen to be walking past it, check out the color on this Dwarf fothergilla. It is gorgeous. It's like every single color of fall. I just went in the house for 1 minute because my phone was about to die, and that's what I'm recording on today. And while I was in there, look what I got. Okay guys, excuse the mess behind me. It's gonna get cleaned eventually. Anyway, I ran inside because my phone is dying. That's what I'm recording on. And I came back out and I received a delivery. And so this is something that I have been waiting for so long for. And so instead of just finishing up what I was gonna finish up with this video, I'm instead going to do an unboxing. So what is it, you may be wondering? This is a Cornus Florida Appalachian Spring. I have wanted one of these for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now. This particular variety does well to defend itself from it. I believe they found this guy in the woods somewhere and noticed that it didn't have the issue that the other dogwoods were having with the anthracnose, and so they propagated it like crazy. I believe that's the story. Anyway, we had a Cornus Florida that we inherited in this property in our front yard. I'll take you over there in a second. It's in the mass of Japanese Pachysandra that I hate. Anyway, there was a Cornus Florida there. It looked like it was probably the stray species, and it died, and it was really sad. And I really loved the berries and the flowers, and the dogwood is a state tree of Virginia, maybe the state flower. I know it's not a flower, but for some reason I don't know why that's sticking in my head. Anyway, Scott and I decided we were going to plant one of these, the Appalachian Spring specifically, so it would live as an anniversary present for each other. And I looked and looked, and I scoured the internet forever trying to find one of these just recently. And so I just couldn't find like a little baby, you know, sapling. anywhere. And then the other morning, I just so happened to run across it from this New Blooms nursery. I'll put their website below and on the screen. I'm gonna go look at them a little bit more. That note that they put in the box here was just so heartfelt. Let me go ahead and show you where we're gonna put this guy. Okay, I don't know if I showed you this, but I transplanted a red bud right there, and then there's the new area. Okay, so for the new dogwood, here we go to my gross, massive Japanese Pachysandra. Actually, this isn't going to be a great view of it, so let me take you around the corner. Okay. So I want to put it right there. Yeah, right there in the middle. So my husband and I are going to have to get in there and do it. I'm kind of afraid of getting into the Japanese Pachysandra. So I'm gonna need to put on some boots or something. But anyway, there's my little guy right there. And he is going to live his life right there. So exciting. So this is the sweet note that this company put on the pamphlet that they sent. Dear customer, we thought long and hard about what to do with this space. The rules of commerce demand marketing, but after some deliberation, we decided we needed a space to say thank you. Thank you for trusting us with your order. Thank you for supporting our family and small business. Perhaps you have purchased from us before, or perhaps this is your first time trusting us with your plants. Regardless, we want you to know that we appreciate your patronage. For years, we dreamed of owning a business that could sustain us on the family farm while also giving back to Mother Nature and our community. With your support, we are able to live this dream. Travis, Emily, and Doug, the New Blooms family. A heartfelt thank you. And then, how cool is this? They give notes about creating a pollinator garden, and the majority of the plants they have listed are native. I know this video has gone completely awry, so I'm just gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And if this content appeals to you, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing with your garden friends. I will see you again next time.